Goodness, she's even kept my verses. I went through a stage of writing poems and verses. Alright, let's have a look at this one. Please note my new address. I've been through a few this year. Still horses, you ask? I reply, yes, and the income is better here. I've taken over a riding school and I hire out horses too. The main day is Saturday as a rule, although Sunday brings in a few. Breaking and training I'm doing still, as well as selling and buying. Horseshoeing remains part of the bill, so it was logical to add the riding. The location is central and on a busy route, which is very essential for earning good loot. 'Twas one of my alternatives of what to do before the horse stud proposal came along. So when the stud idea fell through, the school is the one I decided upon. My goodness, I wonder how long it took me to write that. But see, I've written lots like that. I think I went for over 2 or 3 years. I only wrote in verse. Yeah, okay, I'm mad. Look at this. 2 full pages. All of verse. From the Burkes and the Bishops. All the letters, that's my sister and her family. All the letters they've ever sent. And so, she's got all these different things. There's an interesting one here, 10-pin news. 10-pin news. I'll come to that. I'll just put all my letters back in the envelope again, and then I'll come to 10-pin news. Okay, 10-pin news. This was 10-pin bowling. I published and wrote a magazine in Sydney for 10-pin bowling called 10-pin news. I even designed that logo. Do you like it? It's in the shape of a set of pins. I also sold all the advertising. I went round, I think Sydney had about 20 bowling alleys, and I went round them all. I got all the managers and owners to agree that I could put these in a stand on the main consoles. It was on an honour system. They put in 60 cents, and do you know what? I don't think I ever lost money. The bowlers who bought these paid for them on the honour system. They put their 60 cents into the box, and every week I went round and put the new issue in and collected my money. Friday, March the 1st, 1985. I figure, why pay middlemen and publishers if you can do it yourself? So yeah, this was what I did. And this was in the days before computers. Now this guy, Augie Yong, was what you might call my best mate. So funny to see him and his face and hear his name again after all these years. Yeah, this was in the days before computers. I had to use an electronic typewriter, which I think I've still got somewhere. Now, let me see. This old storeroom. Let's put the light on. There's the old electronic typewriter. I might get it out. It's still got the instruction with it. The instruction book. These electronic typewriters were, if you like, very, very rudimentary computers. They had a silicon chip in it. And you could look at what you were typing. You know, I don't even know how to get this thing out now. No, I don't know how to take it all apart, and I won't bother now. But basically, it was not an electric typewriter. it was an electronic typewriter. In the early 1980s, just before computers, or when computers were just coming out, desktop models. And with this, it had a little LED screen, and you could type one line or maybe two lines and look to make sure all the spelling was right and go back and correct it, and then hit type, and it would type out those one or two lines. Then you typed out the next one or two lines. And it was on this machine that I did 10 pin news. Unknown to me, as I moved on to do other things and went on with my career in Sydney, my mother was saving everything I did, stashing them all away. So you were a beautiful woman when you were younger, you were a high achiever in middle age, and even now you're a wonderful old lady, even though you don't like to be photographed. You don't like to be photographed, do you? No, you don't. You're a wonderful old lady though, aren't you? You're a wonderful old lady. Yes, you are. She's not interested. Hello. Bye-bye.